Well, the spectacular day of July 4th Dota continues. Just a moment, we've got IG versus Newbee coming up here in the group stage of MDL. Lumi has all the sugar.
Sitting in the middle sucks because you have all the sugar too, but you get to hide it off camera.
Yeah, everyone sees the...
Yeah,
I don't have sugar. I have 0 sugar, actually.
Aha.
0 calories, 0 sugar. I don't think
Oh, thanks.
Agree,
this is actually very professional looking, Ben.
Yeah, and then I got a bag of almonds here, you know?
So I had these as a kid.
Uncrustables.
Yeah. Can I like,
Our
show...
producer, Eric, loves those things.
These are...
He has eaten like 7 in a day.
These are
before.
great.
He
I remember
literally
having them as a
subsists on
kid.
them.
Yeah.
And that and soda.
Although, like, they've been sitting in the fridge for a while now, so...
I mean, it's an Uncrustable. It doesn't go bad.
I mean, the bread goes a bit...
It goes... No, they don't go bad.
They don't go bad, but it's, like, not as...
Not as yummy.
Not as lit as before. All right.
I saw Ben reaching for that Uncrustable.
I wanted to touch it. I haven't had one yet.
You've never had one?
No, I don't want to eat it.
Try one now.
I'm not going to eat your
On
Uncrustable.
We can turn this into a mukbang stream.
A mukbang.
That's what they called it, right?
We don't have any cute Korean girls on stream, though. That's the problem.
Ben could be a cute Korean girl.
We found our niche then.
We found
the niche of mukbang featuring anything but cute Korean girls.
So I wonder if Liquipedia Dota has updated IG's roster in terms of positioning. No, it still shows Burning as 1. I wonder how they're going to swap it. Who's going to play with the 1 for the team?
Well, he was playing Troll in their last game. So I think he was safe lane.
It was playing Troll under a safe lane last game.
Yeah.
So the rumor is unfounded? Is that the case?
Apparently. Don't believe everything you read, Lumi.
All right.
That gamer's like
Can
a
he
tabloid.
Linguistics.
Don't
Linguistics. I'm not at this point in time. I'm not even sure what I read is. maybe they said Burning still on 1, but you know I can't read.
So IG, I guess they haven't updated Liquipedia, but they lost that last game, right? So Newbee is 1-0. IG is 0-1. Lost here. They're down in the dumpster, 0-2. Irrecoverable damage has been done.
Unhealable damage.
Unhealable damage has been done to their record.
You know what's the unhealable damage that really did them in? It's winning DAC, man. They just like lost all their drive.
It's getting hot
No, it's because they got nerfed after that, bro. You got to play the long con.
They don't have the Boboka Monkey King, you know.
That's true.
You gotta not win any tournaments, and then when it's TI, none of your heroes will be nerfed because you don't have any heroes.
Unless you're Alliance with TI3, then they
yeah,
just don't.
Then
they just don't patch any of your heroes for what was that, like a year?
Did they not patch?
That was like the longest competitive patch I think ever in Dota 2, or if not the longest, then the second longest.
That sounds pretty Illuminati, if you ask me.
Ice Frog felt bad for the Swedes. You know, it's cold up there half the year. It's very dark.
Okay.
High rate of suicide. Give them a TI win.
I see.
You know, give them something.
Can confirm that it is high rate of darkness and suicide.
It's very bipolar. It's like beautiful and bright out all day in the summer. But
those winters in Sweden.
Yeah, why didn't you? Would you ever want to live there long term, Lumi? You stayed there for a while.
The people is great. The people are great. The people are great. Now I'm just doubting myself.
Ben just immediately just starts smirking.
The people's great. They are great.
The peeps are great.
They is great.
The peeps is great. Yeah.
They is great.
Like the transportation is awesome. The network is good.
The food
Internet.
is not so great though, right? Sweden's not really known for its amazing cuisine.
Andy cooks me taco, so.
Draskell's
yeah, Draskell cooks me taco, so the food's good.
And meth.
Yeah, and
tacos and meth.
But I don't think I would want to live there a long time because it's too cold for me. The weather is not what I'm used to. I'm a California boy.
He's soft and weak.
Yeah,
it's like a baby's bottom.
All right, we got a game. Let's go.
We can't wait to get out of this pre-banter.
I mean, I've been watching Parker play Dota for like the last 40 minutes. I just want to cast him Dota. But I did learn a lot of Visage from him, so.
Oh. Booted.
All right.
Oh, be ready. Loaded.
All right, let's make sure that they know that we all loaded.
Can I show like product placements?
See, they all know now.
No.
On the stream? No?
See, I started a trend, dude.
You just replaced one product with another. Also, that's transparent.
Now we're seeing both.
Oh my god.
I'm having too much fun on this stream.
Yeah, Ben, where's your products?
I have a Chipotle napkin.
Hopefully unused.
I still
Unused.
remember the
Unused.
Benmu lessons
Which
from
one?
years ago. How to get more meat from Chipotle.
Oh, half chicken, half steak?
Maximize your
Yeah.
meat.
Yeah, half chicken, half steak,
beef,
dude. They give you a
or
scoop
s-
of
yeah,
both.
There you go.
No, but you have to wait until they like start the scoop and then you ask for it, so that they've already committed to like a full.
I don't want to
serving.
be deceptive about it.
No, but
my mom
that's-
taught me good.
Your mom
mom
taught you
even-
not to lie, not to be deceptive, but to be somehow you're really good at Mafia. So.
You gotta get value.
I don't know where you honed those skills, man.
We have a load.
No, we don't. Not
Wait.
Yeah, we do.
Wait.
yet. All right, well, let's go.
Calm down.
Let's go.
Let's relax.
It's lit.
All right. Let's light her up.
Yo, Drough's
Burn
getting
one
banned.
out for
So,
IG versus Newbee.
You said if it's a Drow tournament, she starts getting banned. Confirmed.
Yeah. LD the Oracle.
So what's next? Tell us. Good, sir.
Clockwork ban.
Wait, I had a dream where I came from the future. I was actually an Oracle, and all my power was able to predict like the whole draft.
Mhm.
So that got me back to TI because now I'm not good enough.
Earthshaker pick.
Right. So I literally ran the table in the whole draft at TI, and then like everyone's like, "Oh my God, Lumi's good again." It felt good, and then I woke up, and it was like feels bad, man. But imagine having all that power.
10
Alright.
seconds remaining.
Was it the Earthshaker first,
5 seconds remaining.
I got the clock ban, so I'm happy.
or is it the Sanking?
Reserve time.
Or is it the Rubik?
Or is it the Io?
We're just throwing out heroes.
Or is it the Magnus?
No, too early for XSS Magnus, right?
It's never too early. Actually,
Neeks assassin. Okay, clearly I'm not from the future, but it was a good run, boys.
Sand King.
thinking Rubik.
Wait, they were all tagged up after their names. They have this.
What does
tag.
that mean?
I think it's the
Translate for me.
I think it's the Bear commercial thing that was.
Disruptor.
You seen those pictures?
What pictures?
Radiant team.
They shot for Bear commercial pictures. I think.
Is that some beer brand name?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but I'm not 100% because I
So
ain't no linguist.
Both of them are sponsored by the same beer company.
They took pictures with like a lot of different people,
Okay. Okay.
but I'm not positive.
10 seconds remaining.
Is it a good beer?
I wouldn't know.
5 seconds
Not a
remaining.
beer drinker. We need Jacka on the case.
Reserve time.
Does he know about this beer? Probably.
The only case Jack is on is how to extend his sleeping time as long
No,
as
he's
possible.
feeding
He's
super hard now.
hibernating on the couch right now.
He's telling us about Bubba just now.
Bubba.
Machine also called him Bubba.
Bubba.
Bubba. He does look like a Bubba.
All right, so just another reminder for those
10
wondering,
seconds remaining.
be sure to check out EG versus Clutch Gamers. That's on twitch.tv/BeyondTheSummit2.
Radiant
Sell out.
Yeah, these Dota fans, they're not buying what I'm selling. That Dota. Ugh.
I was being facetious.
Is it sellout if you're actually promoting your own product?
It's sell out if I'm doing it, Lumi. It doesn't really matter what's happening.
I see.
Yeah.
Like if you're Merlini and you're like, oh, I'm gonna be streaming, like you're on your own personal stream, and you're like, come back next stream, I'm gonna be streaming at this.
I think
time
it
and place."
depends on to what extent it is. If it's like, oh my God, please subscribe, please watch my videos, please thumbs up. I've used that as sellout. But there's a line, I think.
I see.
If you're just like, oh, I'm playing some Dota later.
But that's pretty common, like in
Hope
YouTube
to see you
videos.
there.
It is.
It's like
that doesn't
gives
mean they're
this
not
video
selling
a
out.
like, it will really help out the channel. Is that sellout?
No, but there's a line,
I
and
see.
that's pretty close to the line. It's all relative.
It's a science.
It's a science. I mean, LD could be like, man, I'm drinking some fine water here, and it'd be sell out.
Selling out for water.
Selling out.
Just for the substance of water.
I have this great salad with me. It's just lettuce. Sell out.
Ooh. Sitting in this really comfortable chair. Brand unknown.
I'm breathing in this awesome air here.
Composed of primarily nitrogen, but some oxygen as well.
Sell out. How dare you?
Disgusting. Anyway, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and donate.
10 seconds.
They can't even like. We're on Twitch. Wrong platform, dude. Can you like on Twitch?
Follow.
No, right? You can follow.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can subscribe.
Reserve
Yep.
time.
You
Yeah,
can
there
also
go.
wake up the whole house right now, set up some fireworks in your kitchen, let the family know. Not only is it the 4th of July, but Beyond the Summit is casting MDL. And you don't
Not
want them to
only
miss
on
it.
Beyond the Summit
1, but also on Beyond the Summit 2. Twitch.tv/Beyond the Summit 2.
Isn't there a law to have firework going after 10 p.m.? Or is that like city by city?
I think it's city by city or
Yeah.
county by county.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about the draft, gentlemen. Seriously. Dota is happening. And Newbee banned the
Sell
Omni
out.
Night.
They banned the Omni because IG was running a lot of DP plus Omni in Shanghai, I believe.
Radiant
The
turn
Star Ladder I-League Invitational 2.
Excuse me. We don't refer to tournaments by name here.
That would be a sellout.
Yeah, except for MDL, the Mars Dota 2 League.
Okay, my bad.
Brought to you by Mars TV and Beyond the Summit.
Okay, I'm done here.
10 seconds remaining.
IG banned the Terrorblade.
5 seconds
That's kind of interesting.
remaining.
Newbee really like their
Reserve
Death Ball.
time.
That's the one thing I've seen a lot of.
But
Yeah.
so do IG.
I'm surprised that
Both teams
the IG team banned the Terrorblade because they love to pick DP plus Terrorblade together. Like, you just run down lane.
They didn't have first pick coming out of the face.
That's true.
Newbies
LD
turn
called
to
it.
He
He
said
said
he's
something
the
about
He
Oracle.
said he is the
I just heard
Oracle.
Oracle.
All right.
I don't know what
just
you're
started
talking about.
Oracle.
Got him.
Well,
How many picks have you predicted, Lemmy?
I mean, I said Sand King, but I said first pick, but
10
you know.
That's true.
seconds remaining.
Okay.
Dave was second.
You got a point for that.
5 seconds remaining.
are we going to see more AA to counter Death Prophet?
Isn't Oracle like
Oracle?
super good against AA?
Reserve
Is he?
time.
Because
don't
you
think so.
you just like shield the person, right? And
Yeah, but you can't heal.
You can't get your healing
And
bonuses.
Death Prophet also can't Spirit Siphon.
I suppose.
And
Okay.
nor can she heal from her Exorcism. Nor can she heal from Purifying Flames.
All right. So you can't heal.
That is...
Confirmed.
That is indeed how
Yes.
Ice Blast works. Even
Yes.
even a brilliant Dota player like myself learned that a long
But
time
I really appreciate the fact that Ben gave us all of the spells that
that you
it's
cannot
preventative
heal
from
from.
Wow,
healing.
you can't stick.
Yeah.
You can't Tranquil Boots heal. You
Don't
can't
forget
bottle.
about
You can't
the
salve.
urn,
You can't
yeah.
tango.
Yep. I do like that false promise into salve play. It always seems BM to me, but I know it's not BM, but it just seems like it's BM when you just false promise and you just salve the dude. You're just running at them while salved.
Okay.
Have you not seen that before?
No, I haven't.
Really?
'Cause
Dude, it's a sick play.
Generally, when False Promise comes out, the number of salves in the game is, reduced to very little. I've seen False
You seen
Promise and
Urn?
Urn, yeah.
Yeah.
for
Salve
sure.
needs to build into like a big item. I want to see like salve as like a component of rapier or something.
Bigger salve.
Bigger salve.
Heals for more, heals faster.
The mega salve. Give those to Lil, dude. His team would never lose. Lil's a big proponent of the 20 salve play. You know? Did it at the summit. Got them their summit championship.
Okay.
That's how you break high ground.
20 salve.
Also, you can't give comeback gold if you buy all
Radiant
consumable
team
net worth.
pick.
That is an excellent point.
Got him.
Got him.
So that's why you buy so many mangoes.
That is the play. Like, you can't sell them anymore, though.
No.
I'm
it's
very sad about
not the
that.
play anymore.
That's true.
10 seconds
There's a lot of
remaining.
silences.
This is like the Oracle counter, I
5
guess.
seconds
Want to go on
remaining.
that DP, blow her up. Don't want any false promise shenanigans.
Reserve
Yep.
time.
Death Prophet's almost always build Yules, though.
Yep.
It's good, pretty good Yules game. Pretty good.
The DPs in China have been really loving Rod of Atos. Sometimes they even get it before the Yules, but seeing the silencer here, I think you have to go Yules first.
Is it it's a core silencer, or you guys still thinking support?
I think support.
Newbies
I think a
turn to
Kaka
battle.
Silencer. Faith Disruptor. KP Sand King.
Okay, so we need the SCCC hero.
I wouldn't root out the mid. I think it's... Does it have a good matchup against DP? I
You're up
it's-
against the Nyx, though. That's kind of brutal if you're a
I
core
do
silencer.
not think it's that great.
Okay.
And I think Kaka plays a decent amount, too.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know. I feel like that hero is a lot better when you're running around the map. Like, if you're just sitting in lane farming, you're not getting any in.
Reserve time.
Which is... I don't know. The hero's good at running around getting in. You're not good at sitting down in lanes farming. You can't push out waves very easily. Curse is just mediocre at best at pushing out waves relative to what other cores can do.
Radiant team ban.
Maybe we'll go ahead, ban out the old Fuzzy Wuzzy. So we're looking at a burning hero. They have some pretty good lockdown already. They have good push power from the Death Prophet, but they lack sustained damage.
10 seconds remaining.
And they don't really have like a great frontliner.
5 seconds remaining.
DP, I guess, if she gets farmed enough, is okay. What is the burning special here?
I'm looking. I think Luna's pretty good. Just run at them with Luna. Push down some towers. What other hero would I like?
Troll Warlord. Push down more towers.
I don't like Troll with the Death Prophet, man. It's a complete waste of battle trance. But it is good at tower hitting.
Yeah.
Is Bristle just dead now?
Oh, I assume it was just banned by now.
Probably
But
don't like it against Silencer too much. I think Razor's also decent,
10 seconds remaining.
but not
Yeah,
amazing.
Razor DP. Popular combo. Good against Jug.
5 seconds remaining.
Bristleback safe lane gives you like the Lotus that you're gonna buy anyways, right? So Silencer,
Reserve time.
I don't know. I think Bristle's
10
pretty good here.
seconds remaining.
Clinks.
Clinks.
Ooh, IG. Taking a page out of Planet Odd's book. Well,
Or Faceless.
I think that book's been chucked in the trash, I imagine, after the qualifiers, but you know, they stole a page from it. The Clinks was actually getting banned against them.
10 seconds remaining.
Their heroes do struggle versus Clinks. I think Disruptor in
5
particular
seconds remaining.
struggles versus that sort of hero. Silence doesn't really do that much versus him. Glimpse, you'll probably die before it
Reserve time.
actually takes effect. He has a ton of HP, so that you can't actually burst him down with a Static Storm combo.
Gives them a nice roaming partner for the Nyx as well.
Mm.
And minus armor, you can build Dezo
10
and or
seconds
Blightstone.
remaining.
And
Ooh, Newbie going for the global.
it is
and this is
mid-silencer.
the core silencer. Global into lasso plays.
very risky versus Oracle, though. You get
And
It-
Nyx.
yeah. I guess that's what the silencer is there for.
It's like all in on that combo, it feels like.
Yeah, I just think they're very cooldown dependent on Newbee's side. You have Exorcism, I suppose you're relying on for IG, but
Yeah.
not as important, I feel like, relative to global here.
What do you guys think about the Bat Rider pick? Because I think he's gonna have a really tough time laning against Burning. I mean, to be fair, there's not much heroes you could pick that's like okay against Clinks.
I don't think it's that bad, because you can just sit in the
Jungle?
trees.
10
Like, there's not that big
seconds
kill threat. You have, what, Nyx and Oracle trying to chase down a Bat Rider in the trees. It's not very...
I mean, you're picking
threatening.
Bat into a Nyx and also into an Oracle. I don't think that's also great.
That's that
So
was the
I-
conversation we just had.
Oh, sorry, I was
That's okay.
looking at my Crustable.
You were eyeing down your Uncrustable. So overall, thoughts on the draft, gentlemen. Who are we favoring? Lumi, I'm going to start with you.
I'm gonna go with IG. I think Newbee is the miss-answer is very hit or miss. I think IG's got the better combo. IG has been sucking lately, but I think they get the better draft.
I'm all about that Clinks life.
As in what?
As in, I think Clinks is a pretty good hero. As in, I want to be a bony skeleton
A
archer.
bony skeleton man. That
Bony
shoots fire
uncensored,
arrows.
Uncensored skeleton.
uncensored skeleton man.
This is rated NC for not in China, but it is happening in China nonetheless. I don't actually know what the Chinese clicks looks like.
The Chinese Clinks.
Yeah,
Lumi, tell us.
because
I
he's
don't
all
know. I
skeletons
play
are banned,
in-
right?
You know skeleton is bad. They don't exist.
Yeah. So what happens when a Chinese person dies?
For battle.
What happens when a
And
Chinese
they
person dies?
decompose. Like what's left? It's not a skeleton, obviously. So
Did you get cremated?
Yeah, they just go back to the universe. One with nature.
What about their body, though?
not
They
to heal the universe, or
They
like
get
the
reincarnated.
universe. The universe.
The universe. You get reincarnated, right? That's what Chinese people believe.
Okay, he has a sweet manta ray. So, I think that's why they picked it.
I mean, don't they all have manta rays now?
It looks like a
lot of them.
salmon inside. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
No, I'm hungry. When is our food getting here?
midnight apparently.
Hey, can we get some Dota 2 sound? Big Papa Chop. Oh, do we have it?
30
guess we have
seconds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Dude, that was like he like spiked that ward into the sky. That was great. All right. Here we go. Newbee versus IG. Newbee already 1-0. IG 0-1. Lumi, there were some rumored roll swaps, but they have not materialized here.
Their damage is not. Their damage is not great with these 3.
I don't know. Thunderstrike's not bad.
He has Spirit Siphon.
I don't think he's Spirit Siphon through this, dude.
They're gonna make a move here on OP, and despite the
Yo,
kill,
that
the sucky doing its magic, and he will live. But Burning has to come top for this though.
OP.
Man.
Let's see those stuns.
But that's okay, I guess, because the Shaker's gonna.
Wait,
sit
look at
bottom. They're still going.
Moogie's rip. Oh no, Burrow Strike. One more hit. Oh, one more. Oh, the South for the save. All right, he's got cooldown for another Impale.
For
all the monies.
For all the monies.
Don't
Q
miss the
for
stun.
2-9.
He nails it.
Yo, that's some esport dollars, as some would say. That Impale was like worth at least 20 bucks.
Easy.
So Burning's going top now. Tri lane.
See, he is playing the off lane.
Yeah. Lumi, you're the real Oracle here. Yeah.
Looks like they actually want the one-on-one matchup, Earthshaker versus Batrider. It's an unusual one.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Because
This is going to be a real fun lane for the Shaker.
by the way, that Boboka skilling a Fate's Edict there, 100% saved the DP.
Yeah, I don't think those were the lanes they had in mind.
All right, swapping.
Yeah. There's no way, like, Earthshaker can't farm at all in that matchup. You're just worried about dying constantly. If you're at, like, 2 stacks, you have to back off.
Does Clinks win against Bat?
It doesn't win, but it doesn't lose. Like, you can just run away with Skeleton Walk. I think even level 2 Skeleton Walk, even with Dust, I don't think he can chase you down.
Yeah. And I think Batrider came out with a ton of regen. Like, this is more than a normal Bat would have, so he should be able to tank the Clinks just fine.
So, musical lanes continue, gentlemen. Kaka's come bottom. We saw Boboka TP there. Burning also made the rotation. They then sent XXS top, and they've rotated Q onto mid. They're trying to set up here on SCCC. OP. Just getting a little support early. Seems like the Silencer is dunking the Death Prophet pretty hard early on.
Yeah. One of the build that the Chinese Silencer really love is going the Max Curse, which alleviates some of the lack of pushing ability that, you know, the hero provides. Also very good at assisting in a gang.
So KP looking to farm up some neutrals here. IG a little bit weak in these early levels in this bottom lane, so they're not able to do too much to really control this Batrider. Already sitting at 11 CS as Q marches in mid, but SCCC has the ward. He knew that hasted Nyx was coming. Meanwhile, bottom, as you mentioned, Lumi, they're making their move. Big committed jump forward by KP. Gonna roast Boboka. Wants a piece of Burning too, but Burning with the clutch fairy fire plays. No, KP salvied up survived. He lives. It's all in the Manta Ray.
They did not even need to burn a Dust there. He does not even have Skeleton Walk on the Clinks. It went for a very aggressive 1-2-0 build. And Q's presence is needed down in the bottom lane.
It's very good recognition by Newbee. They knew that Boboka skill Fate's Edict at 1 to stop the gank up top, so he doesn't have his root / dispel. That's why they made that play. And I think that's why Burning decided to not go for a defensive build on his Skeleton Walk, because understandably so, Oracle should be able to save you against the Bat, but again, he didn't have the level.
Well, IG may have gotten the first blood, but Newbee are crushing the lanes here. 3 of the top 4 in CS. They get 2 kills in reply. I've already paid 1,000 gold, and Kaka looking to make it more with the Curse of the Sound coming through. He's got the Caustic Slow. Excellent body blocks. All sorts of damage being done here to the DP. Even with the Spirit Siphon, they continue pursuing. They're going to get the Glimpse back, reeling OP in, and now the body block the other direction by Newbee. Not that he was going anywhere at that point. They'll grab another kill. 3-1. The map is really looking bad right now.
Kaka's owning.
Yeah. You know, now that looking at it, it seems like Arcane Curse is quite good against DP, right? He can't just like chuck out 3 Spirit Siphon when he's getting ganked like that, because he's just going to keep taking damage from the Curse.
Yeah, this Oracle's really paying off. Or, sorry, not Oracle, a Silencer.
Yeah. Dude, every game I see Light of Heaven, he's pinging shrines. Have you guys noticed that?
Nope.
It's 4 minutes.
You would know
Why is he
is
pinning shrines?
I don't know. You would know that he is in the game because he's pinging some shrines.
I wonder if he's like, oh my god, it's 4:20. It's up in 40 seconds now. Right now, 30 seconds left until Shrine is up. 25.
I think it's more like it's 4:20, and I'd like to partake, but I can't. I'm sad.
What does that have to do with the Shrine?
I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe the shrines just make him
We'll ask
remind
him.
him of a time
Well, ask
when he
Light
played
Heaven
in NA
next time.
pub.
KP trying to get in on some of that stack action.
I'll take your tribute.
All right, Kaka already picked up the dust here, so he's ready to constantly go on this Clinks if he sees an opening. Bernie has it level 4. He's gone for that early Blightstone, but did go back for the pointed skeleton walk at level 3. It's a little bit more difficult to gank. We'll see if they can pressure him. Still, the CS is very much in favor of Newbee, and they're going to make their move now. Scan comes through. They find a connection to Burrow Strike, locking down the Shaker. Now the spin. Nothing you can do about that except glimpse him back and let him run the other way. Do they have a way to finish him off here? He drops out the fissure. He goes for the enchant totem, and see you later. That was a good effort.
Next is trying to match the movements of the Sand King in the early game, but he just doesn't really have a good place to go. Death Prophet can't get too close to SCCC. Bottom lane's a Bat Rider who already got a couple kills in the lane. So they're coming to the point where it's unapproachable for the next assassin, which is not good. You want to be able to kill any of the lanes, get some levels, get some level 6 action going on, but...
This Sand King is already 600 gold towards a blink.
Yeah.
Kaka is just going straight for it.
I think it's one of Kaka's best heroes.
Often a banned hero, but
Yeah.
not this game.
He plays it very, very well. Well, level 6 on Death Prophet now, so... I don't know if they can even push any lane. There's no Aquila on Clinks, and there's just no lane presence anywhere.
I mean, how can you push? There's a max arcane curse. It's not possible. Nobody can push into that. I'm not serious about that.
I mean, does like getting a kill in the mid lane change that fact? Like,
Well,
kill
they-
SC, can you just straight up damage the tower?
He has haste, so they can't really do it now. Unless they have Oracle there to purge it off, or Earthshaker there for max stun lock, but that would take a pretty big commitment coming out from IG.
It's also very dangerous to push because there's a Disruptor, now it's level 2 Glimpse, as well as a Bat Rider, so even though he doesn't have the blink yet, overextending could prove quite fatal, and you don't have the false promise to remove that lasso just yet. Well, slow but steady progress here for Newbee, gentlemen, at 8 minutes, just about. 2k and then some gold lead. All their cores doing great. And a completed Aquila, ready for Mr. Mugi. And the core items starting to come out soon. KP up to 1200 gold, or 1100 I should say, well on his way to Blinker Drums. Kaka, about a third of the way to his own Blink. The Silencer, going back for the Midas, just needs the recipe now. Faith's getting
Burning
close
dead.
to level 6, and here comes the action in the bottom lane, but Burning standing his ground like a man with the strafe. Another turn, they want this KP kill. They're gonna get it too. The little skeleton man packs a big punch. Also on mid, that's Triple C. Exorcism committed. OP really wants this kill. The glimpse back plays by Faith though mean that first Exorcism is a complete waste.
Maybe he can do some Asians with it.
Oh, those some fishes.
But he's also missing his creeps mid. What do you do? Where do you go? OP can't decide. Don't want to miss that range creep.
I've never seen these ghosts before.
Fish.
Yeah.
Gotta get your cosmetic game on, dude.
Not on point, evidently.
Glimpse. And reeling him back in. OP just blew the Exorcism. He might give up another +2. Burrow through. Bobaka there. Again looking for the saves on the Oracle, but is it going to be enough healing that he can output? OP's very low, and with the Caustic coming through, the Burrow streak ready in just a moment. It's going to be all about the Siphon. Another Burrow, big commitment. And big kills. Kaka up to 1,000, +2, +2, +2.
Man, that was so well played by Faith. That kinetic field grabbing both. I think he just aimed it for the Death Prophet, but getting the secondary kill is one more for SC. I don't think Death Prophet expected Faith to have glimpse back on cooldown again, because he just used it to pull him back earlier. But Faith is fairly high level for a disruptor at this point in the game.
Well, they've got global. Newbee on the hunt now. A little quad stack moving in, and while that was happening, Bernie found a solo kill on KP, but hold that thought, as they will lock down the Shaker, spinning through. They're not going to have to commit the global silence here. They will get the kill, and they just keep on ganking with the Silencer. Just keep on giving them plus in. Halfway to the Midas recipe now. This is where you'd love to have Exorcism ready if you're OP. Tower would be well on its way to dying. Sadly, he does not.
Kaka's playing it very slow and steady as a Sand King, just trying to make sure to not die. He's halfway to his Blink Dagger already, and he's been crushing all 3 of the lanes and just making SCCC's life pretty easy, I would say, on the Silencer because of how much pressure they put on this Death Prophet.
Yeah, I wonder if OP regrets maxing out his Spare Siphon instead of going for the Crypt Swarm. He can never really pressure the mid lane because Curse is spam on the other side. The flip side of this argument is that he is much more sturdy when he's being gone on. But I don't know. I think the max Swarm build would have been perhaps a little bit better in this team.
Especially once the Oracle at 6, in theory, should be very difficult to take down. But we'll see how it pans out as Faith lurks in the wings with the Static Storm ready. The Invincibility squad roaming into position. They lead with the Vendetta. Q's ready to go, but the sentry's been planted down. They burrow, commit on the Nyx, then they think better of it. OP revs up the Exorcism, comes in with the fishes, and wants to make Mugi sleep with them. But Mugi doesn't like the sound of that. He scurries back to the tower. Another Exorcism blown. Another bit of nothing,
For
it
what,
looks like,
man?
for IG.
For what?
Maybe a kill top?
They're getting desperate.
Uh-oh. XXS needs to get out of here quickly. Batman is coming. He does not have the blink, though. Can they track him down? Kaka almost there. Doesn't have the mana for a burrow. Just got it now. And now back the other way. Like a game of ping pong, they chase. KP comes in. Echo, big commitment. Fissure coming through as well. Nice lockdown. They get the kill. Burning, getting in on the action. Has the Death Pact as well now. So we're going to see Old Man Clinks moving off that bottom.
Moeka's really good about dispelling the Napalm stacks, but this is all before Silencer has been able to really contribute too much to the team fights. Now that he has Midas coming out on Chicken and Global Silence, I think these team fights are about to get a lot harder for IG. Like, during Global, they just don't offer any threat.
Until the Clinks gets really farmed.
Yeah, or if Exorcism's already out.
Yeah, but Newbee have been so good at just dodging those fights. As they're going to make a move here on Mugi. Does not have stick charges. Swinging a miss on the stun. Could have been an opportunity for Bernie to set up. Perhaps he'll still get to strike. Faith, Static Storm, and out of there for now. Does it have to commit it? Tower denied. No, easy last hit for Mugi. So the Clicks has been moving, but with limited success thus far, and is falling pretty far behind in net worth as a result to his counterpart in the jug. And good news for IG, they're getting close to a Blink Dagger and XXS, and we did see earlier that Shaker can be a game changer, even when your team's down 8-10k gold. It's still a manageable deficit for IG, only 2,000 at 13 minutes.
His role in this game is so important. As we saw multiple fights in a row, like DP needs some sort of lockdown to keep on chasing. Same thing with Clinks. So him and Nyx is going to have to play the vital role. And obviously, his Blink Dagger timing, hold that thought,
is big, but
that's exactly what
a quick deletion from Burning. So doesn't even need to have the blink for that gank, and that kill will secure it. Nice pick off by IG.
Need some more towers, though. Only 2 towers down, and that's both safe lane towers have been taken out.
Do you think that there is that kind of sense of urgency for IG? I feel like their team scales pretty decently, so even though their lineup is technically designed to take towers, I don't think it's a big worry that they're not taking towers.
I think it's a big worry because you're going to hit this time with the Newbee lineup where you have two Blink Daggers, one in the Batrider and one in the Sand King.
Two
and
Blinks and a Global.
Yep. And then if you don't have the items to counteract the team fight, like right now they have no counterplay to Global, no Greaves, no Lotus, no Yules, no Lincolns to deal with the Batrider lasso. I think they're going to be in a lot of trouble when it comes to surviving. Blink Dagger coming out very soon on Sand King, but it's actually coming out before the Blink Dagger comes out, the smoke.
I mean, maybe the way to do that is to tank some smoke ganks. Ideally not with Burning, as he is going to get blown up here. Maybe the Nyx should be...
Worst time for Burning to die. Another +2 for SCCC, and before he gets that first Mithril Hammer. Costly. They didn't really have to use anything there, just the Burrow Strike and a smoke. All the ults are ready. The Sand King Blink now online. At the same time, XXS looking to debut his Blink in a spectacular way. Maybe gonna find that opening too. Q leads the charge, moves on to the Jug, Echo to commit, and the follow-up stun is there. Good takedown by IG. A core for a core. Albeit, IG had to use the Echo for it.
I wonder if SC could have broken that up with his Global, because there's a lot of time in between Shaker spells if you're communicating quickly enough.
It's very risky if you Global there and he still gets out though. And they had already gotten the Nyx stun, like by the time you would have been able to Global.
Okay.
So they'll make their move here in the middle lane. Trying to turn this around. The Oracle managed to get off the false promise quick on the draw. However, it was before the lasso, so now they can look to bring OP back. He stays alive for now, but only for now. And eventually he will get brought down. Now the counterplay from Kaka is this Epicenter, which doesn't do a whole lot, but at least the Blink Dagger getting him in range of Q for the follow-up kill. So 2 down, but Exorcism is still ready. Yule's online now. Newbee are going to try to push the tempo a little bit, barreling onto this tower mid.
Did DP have his Yules in that fight?
I think he just got it.
Was he just chain stunned?
I don't know, because he was in the Static Storm for a while, right? I don't think he had it yet.
Oh, Bulbaca.
Trying to get 2 here. Newbee are diving. Moogie chasing after him. XXS is already down, burning 2, and the final spin secures the kill, make it 4 in this series of very unfortunate events for IG, pushing the score to 15-6. Even Faith surviving. Another hero down. That's a full 5-man wipe over this fight. OP, get a Jug kill as the response.
Yeah, he was able to keep up with movement speed thanks to face Yules. Yules see Juggernaut and then silence him afterwards. And then had a clean pick off.
Yeah, I mean, that fight was so long that it started with the death drop to death. You don't even get it in the recap, but it was very poor for IG. They've got nothing out of these exorcisms. It really feels like a big problem for them.
I think that is about to turn because all of those fights where exorcism is used, they just didn't have enough stuns, and now Shaker is ready to participate. I think IG could take advantage of the fact that Global is on cooldown for a little bit longer and make a play out of it. You need Ben back.
I think we lost Ben here.
Tess? Hello? Yeah, you back.
Alright, there you go.
I think with the Blink Daggers, though, they're going to have a lot of trouble fighting. Yeah, they have Exorcism. They might get this tower, but once Global is back up and they have Arcane Rune with
Global.
it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's...
KP's looking for the jump here in the mid lane. They did get a scan that saw Q. The Fissure comes through, but the Burrow Strike interrupts XXS with his chain of initiation. Still, though, already killing off the Batrider. It's looking decent for IG. The false promise is enough. Keeps them alive. The Jug's overextended here. Doesn't have the Omni, and with the power of the fish, Death Prophet will prevail, making 2 cores down. Newbee still sticking around. They even had to blow the Global there.
They actually went before the Global was up.
Well,
he got the false promise off after the last.
He did. But the thing is, it was the same thing last time, right? Bulbaca also got off the false promise in the first fight. I think the big difference there was the Yules was able to just take the DP out of the fight. Like, she was taking no damage. Also, there was no Epicenter to give the rest of the damage.
Yep.
So I think
it's been 2 fights where the false promise came out before the Global.
Right. So I think there's some coordination there, but that Yules is life-saving. The question is, what is OP going for now?
Shakers just keep on showing up today, guys. XXS.
Maybe that's the first face ban. Right?
Yeah, he's finding kills all over the place. And good news for Newbee. Silencer has 20 stolen in. Silencer take this game over?
It's not bad.
He's
He has really good talents for right click.
Yeah, he does. I think it's fairly tough though versus Nyx, Clinks, and Oracle. Just because I think Silencer struggles a lot versus PKB wars, which are probably going to be a thing later into the game. But Clinks is still very poor, so maybe he doesn't have to worry about it for a while. He did get the Arcane Rune Midas value. I was looking for that one.
Kaka, he expected this extra bit of movement perhaps from Q. They plant down additional sentries in the south. Basically had this like do not pass line. A no-fly zone for the Nyx, but well, he just scurries away from that no-fly zone. He'll be fine. It's pretty big tax on the supports here on the Dire side. Still doing well in terms of net worth since the Sand King had such a good start. Always got to be diligent with that dust, with the sentries.
And now with Dezo out, Burning could probably do Roshan pretty soon, but I would think they would need to commit Exorcism.
Fisher comes through. Good timing here by IG. Perfect teamwork.
Where does Exorcist keep coming from?
He was
everywhere.
He's
up
a
here.
ninja, man.
And nowhere.
Just a camper.
Everywhere and
Just a camper.
Yeah, he's that guy in Counter-Strike that's just always hiding, you know?
Is that the scumbag of...
Camper is considered, it's very derogatory if someone flames you for being a camper.
So it's like a Viper picker in Dota
yeah, it's
2.
like you're not good, so you just have to always get the jump on people because you can't out-aim them. That's basically the knock on so-called campers.
Oh, here they go. They know that they're roshing.
Got global.
I call it good positioning.
Well, looks like OP is about to...
They're going to try to fight this, but the Carapace was timed nicely. SCCC hesitating on the global, not going to use it at all in the end. Newbee give up a crucial Roche.
You can tell it's a core player playing the Silencer, though, instead of a support. The support Silencers, they global like way earlier than the core Silencers.
He's like, I want a global to save myself or get myself kills.
It's also because you're generally looking at opportunities to farm when you're a core silencer, and then when you're a support silencer, you're looking at opportunities to save people or to win the fight or to kill people. Whereas silencer, yeah, mostly you're saving yourself or you're busy farming some part of the map and you're not actually involved directly on that screen where the kill is happening. But yeah, these have been coming out pretty late. He is going to hit hard later, but they've taken a big hit.
They're going to find Burning here. However, he does have the Aegis, and Bobakaz coming into position, looks to save him here with the false promise. The heals come out. Do they have the fall damage? They're going to commit the lasso as well for this. Huge amount on the Burning.
Oh,
and he
survives?
What? Don't sleep on the Skeleton Man.
Wait, Epicenter? Oh, that also whiffs.
What?
I mean, they had Omni Slash the whole time. I think they thought they were going to get the kill.
Wow, that is incredible. They didn't even kill.
Oracle is a good hero.
How
apparently.
is that possible?
I've had a lot
Impossible.
I've seen a lot of these games recently where someone's playing Oracle and, you know, people are like, oh, he's dead for sure, and then they just keep on living.
Oh, one thing I want to mention is that Execration from C is the one team that has been doing very well with Oracle. I think they have like over 60% win rate with that hero. And one common trend I've noticed that they actually farm their Oracle instead of just giving him like a hard 5 position. I've seen games where their Oracle players just have Greaves. And the Oracle that is only a spellcaster versus an Oracle with Greaves, you just extend your ability. Well, in this game, getting Greaves obviously is great against Silencer, but just giving your a secondary burst heal to whoever you false promise is so important.
If he gets to the point where he has Greaves and Newbee don't jump him, it's going to be so hard to take a fight.
Right, but if you do jump him, you're jumping a 5. So
right.
it just feels bad either way. Yeah, it's bad news bears for Newbee that Boboga is doing quite well right now, in my opinion, for a 5.
So IG stabilize here. They bring the game back towards balance. What was once nearly a 6K gold lead for Newbee, down to just around 2K, and OP looking to make some plays here bottom, pushing up, pressuring this tier 1. Has gone for the Solar Crest, now backing off into the Octarine, and the rest of the team looks to join the DP, make her the fulcrum of the push. Gonna wrap around with Q.
I'll take that as tribute.
Looking for the opening. Still no blink, though he's close to it. I would love to find Faith here, but the sentry's been planted. SCCC on the run. Not global yet. He will commit the global, and he times it just right, so they've been baited in a bit too far. They're going to give up a little +2 here. Q going, no, actually Silencer not getting the bonus damage there, but nonetheless, he will fall. Now XXS trying to catch him out with the 2-hero fissure. Instead, he'll only get KP, but hey, that's a juicy takedown as well. The Juggernaut and the Batrider finished off. Burning lives again, still through the Aegis. The Oracle has just been such a game winner for IG.
He is so fast with those false promises.
He's the fastest Oracle player I've ever seen.
It is unbelievable how quick he is.
He is amazing.
This is one of those games where if you want to learn a hero, like player perspective, watch the replay, you know?
Yep.
I want to see stun duration of Batrider at the end of this game.
I mean, Oracle is also a hero that your team needs to really be aware of, like, what is his range and stuff like that. So I think it's just one of the harder heroes to play in the game. But also, do you guys see XSS's Echo Slam? He was able to catch the Juggernaut after his spin, right before the Omni/cast animation. That's tiny window. He blinked in an Echo and just got the kill.
And last time he fissured mid right as the Yules ended.
Yeah,
from the ninja high ground. The
IG's back,
synchronization
man.
from IG is definitely impressive.
Somebody spiked their rice this morning. Now they're
What do
gamers.
you use to spike your rice, Lemmy?
Soy sauce, dude. That is the best sauce.
Oh, Lemmy.
Hoisin sauce is also pretty good. Or
In rice?
Oh, Kaka, don't you dare hit a creep.
Moogie?
Me.
No.
An opening here, but now XXS, he's wise to those
Radiant's top
tricks.
tower is under attack.
Smart guy. Yeah, things have kind of calmed down now. They've survived the initial blink phase. Like, Batrider's farm has fallen off heavily, as has the Sand King.
Oh, this could be an opening here. Faith, he does get caught by Fissure. Maybe not. He had a ward bottom. He saw Burning TP in and Skeleton Walk, but before he could even get the sentry down, he's already dead. Who's baited who?
Man.
Yeah, it really is this crouching shaker hidden fissure action that we've been getting.
He got 20 movement speed. I usually see 50 damage. 50 damage is more for solo kills, but movement
for
speed.
what? You gotta be everywhere.
Gotta be everywhere. Exactly. That's how we got. That's how we got there.
Movement speed. I don't know. 50 damage plus 400% on Enchant Totem.
How many times does he actually right-click people though? He usually just secures it with one of his spells, right?
I guess it's just the context of lineup, right? Like when you're next to DP and Clinks, you're not expected to right-click.
Yeah. And 20 movement speed is like, what,
Right.
5% of his... So he can be in places like 5% faster. That's pretty good.
Whereas, you know, if you're going back to the context of Game 1 where Universe was playing the Shaker, I think he had more opportunities to right-click for his team there, I think.
Yeah. I'd agree. It's really good for solo picks, though. Enchant into Blink Echo, Fissure,
And
then
Enchant
another-
again for another hit, yeah.
So it's like 100 damage for your combo.
Looks like IG is gearing up for their smoke, and this will not be scouted by Newbee. They do have global, but they've abandoned the high ground. Could be punished for this. Static Storm, I think, was attempted by Faith through the lag. It appears he got it off. Maybe they did know this was coming, even though it didn't look like they had the vision. Burning's going to go down early, but the Echo from XXS combined it with the Fissure, layered over the top with the Exorcism, and they quickly chewed through two. Silencer down, Sand King on the run, OP heating up. Kaka tries to make it out of there, but guess who's there? Shaker, no! Kaka! He blinks out in time. The game of Whack-A-Mole ends in failure, at least for that follow-up kill. So a 2 for 2. All the big ultimates expended.
Good global by SCCC. Finally, he casts it really early on in the fight so that Batrider's like, okay, I'm not scared of lasso. And they actually kill Burning during the lasso there.
Do you know why I cast it early during the fight? Because he was getting gone on. That core silencer. Oh god, I'm being killed. Got global.
Must global now. Team! Help me!
That was really fast reaction by the Disruptor as well. Faith, right? He's just
They
like
had observer wards. The Burning was not actually smoked.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
I see.
Burning wasn't smoked.
No, Burning wasn't smoked.
He was finishing a camp.
He was finishing a camp, so that's why they actually had the heads up on them.
I couldn't tell. I was just waiting for the next slide. Oh, nice pick off here by IG. Take down the Batrider.
Also, the Fissure from XSS in that team fight was amazing. He was like fighting in the low ground, but his Fissure also caught the fight in the other position, in the high ground. It was
Is he gonna take fissure range or echo damage?
I've never seen echo damage being taken.
Really? I've seen echo damage a lot.
Really?
Okay. I think it's like half and half. Maybe not half and half, but I definitely.
I mean, the
echo
way that
damage.
he's playing it, it feels like fissure range is just more up to his alley, right?
But echo damage.
For what, man?
For those sweet 5-man echo slams.
Okay.
Fissure's such a good spell. I remember when Earthshaker was first released. Oh, everyone was like, "Oh my God!"
Is that like
Fissure,
10 years ago?
What the hell? Yeah, it was a pretty long time ago,
Yeah.
but there's no other spell like it in the game. You create. There's no like blockage like that. This was before Tusk was in the game, and I think it's a stun too.
I think like maybe 5-6 years ago, I did a top 5 Dota video series, and I think top 5 stuns was one of the topics, and fissure was #1.
You did those
Yeah.
with Nebula, right?
Yeah, I think I had you guessing on one of them.
Fissure.
What does
Fissure
Nebula
probably was
do
top 1
nowadays?
He works in a hotel, I think.
That's depressing.
I mean, maybe it's calling. Who knows?
It might be.
Is it Hotel California by any chance?
No, not even in California.
All right.
Wow.
Do you know
That
that's
is
a song,
depressing.
Lumi?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Okay.
You want to sing it for us?
No.
No.
Are you embarrassed?
I am. Of my singing, not of the song.
Do we need a Lumi karaoke night?
No, please. Save everyone.
It's 4th of July though, dude. You gotta celebrate.
That
The
is a
hell?
very.
We don't celebrate-
That is a classic American song, Lumi.
Yeah, but you don't.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, karaoke is not a classic American activity.
Yeah, it is. On 4th of July, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
I
Stop
tried.
trolling
I
me.
tried.
You made me think for half a second. It's like, wait, is Ben really saying?
I need to work on my ability to convince.
Lumi to do stuff.
You gotta stare them in the eyes.
Yeah. You will karaoke with me. Then I just feel like a creep.
Hey, if it works, right?
Isn't that a?
That is not my philosophy.
The means justify the end. Or the ends justify the means.
Isn't that a thing in like Chinese events, like karaoke?
Yeah.
Yeah. Next time we're wherever in
Why are
China.
you asking us?
I mean, you guys been to China events, right? So.
You
Been
live
to
in
Chinese
China
events, haven't you?
sometimes.
Well, the one China event I went to, there was no karaoke, so I don't know what the norm is, you know?
You're budget jack, Lumi. We're counting on you for
I'm
the
budget check. Alright. My
Yeah.
connection is timing out.
Is that just us, or
I also got it. If that
Well, yeah.
matters.
we'll try to reconnect here? Eric, are we still communicating with the good people out there? Or what's
My
going?
screen is black. We're back.
We're back to connection failure.
Nope, I'm in. We're in.
Oh, okay. The message went away.
Returning to matchmaking. Oh, right before a big smoke coming out from both teams.
Newbie with the counter smoke. Here we go.
This is the fight.
Silencer
SCS
has a
BKB.
DD and BKB.
Okay. Oh.
How
we're just
can you
gonna
lose
take
this
Roche.
fight? 300 damage a pop. Think of the int to be stolen. This could be big. Newbie through the river. Faith has the smoke broken though. He drops the sentry and it's far too late. Newbie hesitate. Opportunity squandered. An IG grab another Aegis. They give it to Burning again. He sticks around mid. They want to punish. They go with a Blink Burrow. The lasso BKB combo. No Oracle in sight to save the day. So Skeleton Man down and Newbie back away.
Are they
He
going
has
global
BKB.
right now on top of that?
He's BKB.
Round 2. Do they dare? They global, but he's already super fast.
Oh.
Very difficult to bring down. Omni Slash committed. That's not going to be enough damage as it tanks the creeps. The Echo! XXS is there. Fissure comes through as Triple C no longer has that double damage rate, and now he needs to run. He's got a little +2, but he might be a -1 first team if he's not careful. Goes into the trees, tries to TP out. Save from KP, but not going to happen. XXS tracks him down like a bloodhound he is. Always on the case. You cannot get away from this man.
Damn, what an echo. They finally thought they had a good initiation. They're like, oh man, we glimpsed back this Oracle. He's in no man's land. Let's kill him. And then they got clubbed for an echo and he got false promise off.
Was it
That's some
super
teamwork.
greedy to kill Klinks a second time when you didn't have your lasso?
Or your
they-
global.
I don't think they expected that he had a BKB.
Okay.
And he also got the skeleton walk off. I think if he didn't, maybe.
Yeah, it was a little greedy, but
It was also unfortunate at that time, like, Creep Wave showed up, that tanked, like, the second half of the Omni.
they didn't have vision there anyways, though. They didn't have sentry vision. But, yeah, it has to be communicated. You either all back off or you all go in super
when you see
hard
a
on
Juggernaut go, you just have to go.
them. You just have to go, yeah. But it was a little bit far where he was, right? If they had actually omnied him right on top of where he had respawned, then maybe. But it was all the way in the middle of the river by the time they finished with Omni Slash.
Well, Q is hunting here, grouped up with IG.
Well,
I believe we just received word that OG versus LGD has started. So if you guys want to check that out, head over to twitch.tv/BeyondTheSummit2. Otherwise, stick with us as we.
I mean, there goes all of our audience.
Yeah.
Who wants to watch these teams when there's OG playing?
The
Well,
Green Dream.
maybe some people don't like the draft, you know?
Anyone who hates Arc Warden or Illusions, stay here for your own safety.
Echo damage! Look at that!
Got him. Okay, that's what he does with it.
Lumi, no bereave.
No worry.
Oh, savage. They're trying to find Baboka here. But Kaka can't quite close the gap.
I spent all my bereaves on MP. Not much left.
Bereave's actually a word.
What does that mean?
Bereave.
Bereave.
Oh,
Yeah.
like
it means
to
to grieve
bother?
for someone.
Oh,
To
okay.
bereavement.
be deprived of a loved one through a profound absence, especially due
You
to a loved
goddamn
one's
SAT
death.
tryhards.
Bereavement is like you're taking time off to grieve for the loss of your
Yeah,
loved
what'd you
one.
guys think of that?
You guys, don't let me in the Bloomy.
I'm kidding.
Oh, I confused it with to beret somebody.
What?
To beret?
Berate? Berate?
Berate. Oh,
Berate.
that is very
To nag.
different from bereaving.
Or berate?
Berate.
That's like to verbally beat someone over the head with a hammer.
Wow.
I can't even spell.
Beretta?
No, that's
Beretta.
I just can't spell.
Lumi's getting violent. Quick, lock the doors.
I don't know how I score well in SAT, but I did.
Were you in the 2400 era or the 1600 era?
24. I scored like 2150 or
He's the
something.
new blood.
Wow. Did you get 800 math?
Like 7.
Wow, shame on
Bring
you.
the
I
sound
don't
to
even
the
need to hear the
family.
rest.
780 or something.
So
like.
shameful.
ephemery would be
Oh my
like,
god.
ashamed.
Dude, you know, 800 math is hard because you gotta check your work and shit, right? I'm the guy that finishes my thing and I just leave. I don't have time to check.
I got a 780, guys. On math.
Are you guys shaming me for a 780 on SAT?
I'm shaming you,
No,
yes.
I got a 780. I'm your brother.
Yeah, there you go.
Hello, it's
Shameful.
me.
Hello,
Your
it's me, your
780
brother.
brother. What'd you get in verbal, Lumi?
I don't remember.
Well, we could do some mental math here, unless this
Dude,
is too
figure
hard
out.
for you.
I didn't actually hear what his original score was.
2150 minus 780. Come on, guys.
Hold that thought. There's a lasso play happening with the global. Static Storm covering the path of retreat as they get the pullback on OP. The Yule's not enough. Down he goes. Wicked 6 streak down, and Pain commencing as they are going to follow up. Kill off that Oracle. Baboka on the run. A little +2, a little +2, and a little more int for the old man. Silencer. Sooner or later.
You mentioned the Greaves out on the Oracle, and he did have it that fight, but he still was not able to cast a false
He
promise.
still doesn't have the mobility.
Yep. Or the Aether Lens.
That Rider's still a good hero for
Wow.
defending high ground.
What a team player. Going for the 200 health over the 60 GPM on Oracle. Team player
How
right
did he
there.
even farm? I guess he had most of the components anyways at that
Yep.
point, yeah.
Newbee.
Actually, he probably survived the mid because of the 200 health. So that's a fight.
I'm
winner.
not even sure if he was 15 then, but might have been.
Might have been. Nice defusal by Mugi onto that Yules too.
Yep. That was key.
That was also very key. If you got false promise plus cheese, that is done for
In the business, we call it SGG.
free.
business.
Yeah, Shanghai Ben, we were watching games in the backstage. Every time somebody missed like a last hit or didn't get a good rune, it's GG.
I
We
was
are
more.
from NA after all. We have to celebrate 4th of July with our
True.
Americanisms.
Oh man.
I just like the business because it sounds like you're like a mafia don or something. You know?
We're giving him the business.
Don Zhang here.
GG.
So it is an Aghanim Scepter for the Silencer.
Oh, I've never seen this before. Is it legit? Have you
Oh
guys tried
yeah, dude, it is legit. Causes glaives to pierce spell immunity and deal 100% more damage against silenced units.
All right.
Which is an issue because they do have.
Yeah, they have. Okay, so who can actually remove that global? Clicks has a BKB. Yule's on the Nyx. Death Prophet has the Yules. Shaker has a BKB. Oracle has a Grieve. So we'll see how good it ends up being.
I mean, everybody technically has a way to remove it, but as we saw from last fight, if you just control them, right? Like it doesn't.
You can't always reserve it for that removing it either.
Well, he can also damage BKB units. I think that's a big deal for Silencer.
That is true.
That's massive because that's a significant part of his damage. He does what, 109, I think. I just saw 80. Like, that's 109 pure damage per hit, and he attacks very, very fast. And
he's like around 300 a pop, some of it pure.
Dude, the Chinese.
Oh, Echo Slam to start things off. They found Moogie, but he's able to get out of this one, at least for now. Good Fissure coming through. Locks Faith down, but BKB was there by SCCC. They've blown a lot, though. The Global, the BKBs, they haven't gotten a kill, and that could be
support life.
Really detrimental as OP runs in, just starts mowing down these Newbee heroes, forced to go high ground. They do stay alive for now. They've still got the lasso. They might be able to punish IG if IG can push too hard here.
All right, so in that last team fight, we saw the full extent of that global versus BKB interaction, right?
That's like, only if IG get the jump.
Right. So you're saying it's going to be much better for
if
Newbee
get the jump, like you have to pump all your cooldowns.
Sure.
At the start to try and save that hero.
I mean, the shaker in the fight was taking glaives, even though he was BKB. But this whole thing is just like really awkward, right? Because yes, you can hit through BKB, but because he's not silenced anymore.
Yeah.
You just lose a lot of that punch. That's 4K gold that could have gone into another right-click item.
Like a scythe.
So. I mean, the global is still valuable anyway, right? Because that fight, like, there was a combo breaker. So Jug gets like a half second to Manta and spin, and he lives. Or Shaker could not chain stun him.
The global is important, but you already have the global, right? I'm saying, what is the value of the Aghanim giving to you? You're looking at.
I agree. I'm with you, Luke.
Yeah.
I way prefer like Scythe Refresher.
Sure.
I think is really value, especially when you have activatables like BKB and Pike and 2 globals, especially against like these pretty short duration BKBs are pretty big.
Right, but that was just sample size 1 team fight, so I don't want to, you know.
Oh, let's close the book on it.
It's done.
Confirmed. But IG do want to defend this tower. Somehow the tier 1 top still alive. Very even back and forth game on our hands here.
It does make him much tankier too. Like he has a lot more HP with it. So combine that with his 200 health talent. He also took the 4 armor talent at level 10. So he is one of the tankiest silencers I've seen.
I always found it really weird choosing the 7 int on silencer.
When you already get it.
Yeah, when you're getting in anyway.
Yeah,
so
I'm with you.
I wonder if that should be like somewhat changed up by Ice Roll.
That's a good point.
Well, a lot of people like the int because you kind of double tip into it.
Oh, Q gets the stun here on Kaka to start things off. The global comes out though, but XXS still BKBs. They match the lasso OP, but they don't pull him quite far enough over that fissure. Now pushing himself away as CCC with the Hurricane Pike gets to work, but Burning looks to punish Newbee here on the chase. Great stun from Q. Locking him down, finishing him off. Already had used his BKB. It's pretty low duration at this point, so the Carapace stun did him in.
Oh man, SC didn't activate his BKB. He thought he was fine because he globaled. But of course, Shaker BKB off to the side, gave it a fissure, and they lost up like 6 to 7 right click from SC. I don't think it would have made a huge difference because the False Promise also came through, but... Yep, another team fight victory here for IG.
Yeah, when you're panic mode as core silencer, you press your global button, not your BKB.
Right. Press both, man. Just roll your hand on your keyboard. Just go at it.
A person with that much intelligence should not face roll.
Yeah, okay.
He uses his mind, telekinesis. Oh, Kaka is...
Not if his team gets caught like this. Telekinesis can't save you right now. Kaka caught out. Will be punished. The totem does him in.
And that's a gem.
Newbee scattered to the winds.
Radiant's bottom tower
Probably one of
is
the
under
biggest leads that
attack.
we've seen this game. 5,000 for IG. Now they're starting to break away here. these BKB durations, like Shaker, even with BKB, Shaker's really hard to play against.
Shaker feels super strong right now. KP could be in a lot of trouble. He's showing himself mid. IG, I think, assuming there's someone around KP because he's just so far out by himself. In fact, he was alone. But to make it back to safety, the Fissure just a bit too late. He'd already gotten the 4-step up to the high ground. So still, Jeff definitely feels like IG are in control right now. They're the ones pushing. They're the ones forcing fights.
They still need to break high ground, though. I think Newbee's high ground is very scary, especially when Silencer gets level 25 and he gets that 200 attack. Actually, do you take 200 attack range or 25% curse?
Probably. I think you want to take a attack range, right? You're right.
Likely,
but I think you take the attack range.
But curse? That curse slow is very, very good.
I mean, they have a billion ways to break global, and all of those ways will break all the curse slow, right?
Yep. But once BKBs are like 5 seconds.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
It's 43% slow, and then you combine that with Napalm, you
AoE slow. Yeah.
Really move that well in fights. I don't know.
I've never tried it, so
I've heard that it was really good, but I actually haven't tried it myself. It's one of those underrated talents, I think. Like +4 shrapnel charges.
That's the way to go.
Dude, that is the way to go.
I just think that you guys were talking about the high ground for IG, right? Can't they just like DPO and just stand there with Oracle backing him up and Clinks, you know?
Oracle still does not have a mobility item, though.
I mean, he just stands like, you know, in false range, casting distance.
Yeah, you're right. Especially if he has Arcane Rune like now.
There you go.
OP with the Arcane Rune and the Octarine. It's only an 80-second cooldown on the Exorcism, so IG look to make the most of it, but here comes the BKB. Global special. Lincoln Sphere
Oracle,
broken, and now the pullback. The Omni Slash comes through, trying the Step Prophet to get back out of there, but she's been controlled. For now, at least, the Yule Scepter keeps her alive. The False Promise coming through, gets a little bit of extra heal, doing what she can to stay alive, but now the Epicenter ripped up. Kaka, oh, see you later. My HP is at full with the heart. There's just no chance of killing OP off. Goes to work. I mean, Newbee back towards the well. The Batrider already down. Looking for follow-up kills here. Kaka's been controlled for now with the Carapace shutting him down. The Earthshaker able to batter his way right through Mugi, who's been defeated. And now they've lost their melee. The Clinks will try once, but comes back for round 2. Do they have the answers here? Can they get some big kills? Because they've already lost objective. They got to turn this IG. Staying, though. They don't want to give this fight up. But Boca's still alive through it. Oh, unbelievable. The Oracle simply won't die. They chase for more. They dive even deeper. Now on the run, the Silencer's in danger. Mowed down by the mana burns of the Nyx. He eventually falls, and somehow IG keep the whole band together.
I'm telling you, man, Oracle with items, it's a real hero.
That was
He's got a Greaves.
Yeah, that's an
it.
item.
At 47 minutes.
It's good enough. Yo, so I thought for sure DP was gonna die because he was dragged all the way far in. Faith was able to control the Oracle with the Static Storm. But it turns out when your DP has Heart and Octarine, he just like tanked the first half of the fight.
And Cheese and Shivas.
Yeah, and Bobakai walked in with the second half in False Promise, and that was it.
So IG, they battle back. They're 1-1 now in the big group. Newbee.
I mean, they beat,
well.
I think, one of the stronger Chinese teams, so yeah. I think this is actually saying a lot.
Yeah, we'll try and get some standings for you guys during the break, at least give you an update on how things are progressing. Remember, it is a full round robin. There's lots of action everywhere. Over on Beyond the Summit 2, I believe we still have OG taking on LGD Classic. But coming up next, we're going to have another showdown, LGD Forever Young versus Vici Gaming. So, guys, thanks for joining us. I don't know what Lumi's trying to plug here, but it's a little bit of everything. He likes sugar. I guess that's really the lesson.
Zero sugar for this version.
No, but that one has sugar. And that one in the front has sugar.
I don't see it on camera. I don't know what you're talking about.
It says 0 sugar.
This is not on camera right now.
No, they see the Uncrustable, dude.
I'm done.
All right, get us out of here. Thanks, Eric.
GG, well played.